Basketball courts around the world are buzzing with a new kind of energy. From dusty playgrounds to gleaming arenas, there's a revolution unfolding. This isn't just about playing the game, it's about transforming it. And at the heart of this transformation is one man, Steph Curry, the kid from Akron who grew up to become the NBA's greatest shooter. But how did he do it? What makes his shot so special? It's time to dive into the science behind the splash. You see, it's not just about shooting a ball. It's about the perfect blend of physics, biomechanics, and pure hard work. Did you know Curry's release time is a lightning fast 0.4 seconds compared to the NBA average of 0.54 seconds? That's quicker than a blink. And let's talk about trajectory. His shot typically follows a 45-degree arc, optimizing the chances of it swishing through the net. But wait, there's more. The backspin he generates, about 600 revolutions per minute, is crucial. This backspin, thanks to the Magnus effect, stabilizes the ball in midair, giving it a softer touch. Of course, science is just one part, but the mental part of the game is another. Curry's focus and confidence are unshakable, even under the brightest lights. Behind every effortless shot are hours of relentless practice, thousands of shots, day in and day out, refining his form to perfection. And the ripple effect? Kids everywhere are emulating his moves, his dedication, his passion. The future of shooting is brighter than ever. So as we dive deep into the mechanics of his form, remember, it's not just about the shot, it's about the journey, the grind, the splash. From downtown to the rafters, this man has lit up the NBA with his shooting brilliance. But Steph Curry isn't just making shots, he's making history. With over 3,000 career three-pointers, he stands alone at the top. And get this, he's doing it at an insane 43% accuracy. That's right. Nearly half of those deep bombs are finding the net. And it's not just about the numbers, it's about the moments, those clutch, heart-stopping moments, where he turns the impossible to reality. And here's a fun fact. Curry holds the record for most consecutive games with a made three-pointer, 157 games. That's incredible. Beyond the stats, it's his style that mesmerizes. The way he dribbles, the lightning quick release, and the signature shimmy. And his pre-game warm-up is a spectacle in itself, drawing crowds just to watch him practice. Ever seen someone shoot from the tunnel? Yeah, he does that. But there's more to Steph than just his shooting. His leadership on and off the court, his philanthropy, this guy's the real deal. And let's not forget, he's got some handles too. Breaking ankles and making defenders look silly is just a part of the package. So when we talk about Steph Curry, we're talking about a game changer. A player who's redefined the very essence of shooting the ball. As we break down the science behind his shot, remember, every great shot has a story, and Steph's story is one for the ages. Every legend has their beginning, and for Steph Curry, it all started in Akron, Ohio. Born into a basketball family, the game was in his blood. Dale Curry was an NBA sharpshooter himself, and he wasted no time in teaching Steph the fundamentals. Picture this, a 5-year-old Steph already dribbling and shooting with precision. By the time he was in middle school, Steph's dedication to the game was clear. He'd spend hours in the backyard, perfecting his shot, rain or shine. Fun fact, Steph's mom, Sonia, played college volleyball, so the athletic genes came from both sides. This is just a talented family. Now let's talk about high school. At Charlotte Christian School, Steph wasn't just good, he was electrifying. But he often was overlooked due to his size. At just 5'6" as a freshman, he was told he was too small to make it big, but that didn't stop him. It only fueled his fire. His hard work paid off, and by his senior year, he led his team to 3 conference titles and earned all-state honors. Not bad for a kid who was considered too small, right? Despite his success, major colleges still doubted him. He ended up at Davidson College, a small school with big dreams. And boy, did he deliver. As a freshman, he set the NCAA on fire, leading Davidson to their first NCAA appearance in years. Sophomore year was even crazier. He led Davidson on a Cinderella run to the Elite Eight, shocking powerhouse teams along the way. In that tournament, he scored 40 points against Gonzaga, 30 against Georgetown, 33 against Wisconsin, and the nation took notice. This kid was special. He finished his college career at Davidson as the all-time leading scorer with 2,635 points, a record that still stands today. So from a backyard in Akron to breaking records at Davidson, Steph Curry's journey was just the beginning, but the best was yet to come. All right, guys, let's break it down. Shooting a basketball isn't just about chucking it up and hoping for the best. There's a whole science behind it. First up, the stance. It all starts with your feet. Steph's got a perfect shoulder width stance, giving him balance and stability. Next, the grip. Steph grips the ball with his fingertips and not his palms. This gives him better control and feel for his shot. And now the alignment. Notice how his elbow is right under the ball, forming a 90-degree angle, and this is crucial for a straight shot. And here's something you might not know. Steph keeps his eyes on the target, not the ball. This helps his accuracy and his focus. All right, let's get into his shooting motion. Steph's got this smooth one-motion shot. From his feet to his fingertips, it's one fluid movement. And that release, it is quick. Steph's release time, again, is just 0.4 seconds. And that's quicker than you can say the word three-pointer. He also uses a slight wrist flick, giving the ball that perfect backspin. This helps the ball stay straight and true. Now let's talk about the follow-through. Ever notice that little hand gesture he does? It's called holding the cookie jar, and it's vital for consistency. Fun fact, Steph's shooting mechanics are so efficient, he uses less energy and reduces the risk of injury. It's all about being smooth and efficient. And that's where you have it at. The basics of shooting mechanics, Steph Curry style, perfect balance, perfect stance, perfect grip, perfect shot. Sounds easy, right? Next time you hit the court, remember these tips. You might not become Steph overnight, but hey, it's a start. All right, so we have the basics down. But even Steph Curry wasn't born perfect. Over the years, he's made some key adjustments to elevate his game. Let's start with his release. Early in his career, Curry had a lower release point, making it easier for defenders to block his shot. Over time, he raised that release point, making his shot quicker and harder to contest. This adjustment was a game changer. And let's talk about his footwork. Early on, he struggled with balance, especially when shooting off the dribble. But with countless hours in the gym, he fine-tuned his footwork, making it smoother and more efficient. Now he's a master at shooting off the dribble. And here's another cool fact. Steph's dribbling drills are legendary. He uses two balls to work on his coordination and control. When you talk about multitasking, you talk about Steph. And don't forget about his conditioning. Steph faced ankle injuries early in his career, but he adjusted his training to strengthen his lower body. These adjustments not only helped him stay on the court, but it also added more power and stability to his shots. And talking about stability, let's not overlook his shooting range. Early Steph was already impressive, but he extended his range beyond the arc, making those 30-footers look easy. In fact, he led the NBA in three-pointers made from 30 to 35 feet with a jaw-dropping 40% accuracy. And that's not just talent, that's hard work, that's precision. When we speak of precision, he's also an improved free throw shooter, which is hard to believe. But he's now one of the top free throw shooters in NBA history. He has a career average of over 90%. And if he keeps that average, he will be number one as well in free throw percentage. And there you have it. With adjusting his release to perfecting his footwork and extending his range, Steph Curry's evolution is a masterclass in dedication and skill. And so next time when you see him hit those impossible shots, no, it's not just talent. It's the result of years tweaking, adjusting, and relentless practice. Now, for my basketball scientist, it's time to get a little geeky. Let's break down the biomechanics of Steph Curry's shot and see what makes it so special. First off, let's talk about the kinetic chain. It all starts with the legs. Watch how he generates power from the ground up. As he bends his knees and pushes off the ground, that energy travels through his core, which acts as a bridge, transferring power to his upper body. Now, a little known fact, Steph's core stability is incredible. He's able to maintain balance and control even when shooting off the dribble or under pressure. Moving on to his arms. The shooting arm works like a lever. Notice how his elbow stays tucked in, creating a straight line from his wrist to his elbow to his shoulder. This alignment is crucial for accuracy. His wrist flick is the final touch, adding a perfect amount of backspin to the ball. Another cool stat, Steph's wrist flick adds about 600 revolutions per minute of backspin. Now let's talk about trajectory. Steph's shot has an optimal arc of 45 degrees. This arc helps the ball clear defenders and increases the chances of a make. And did you know the ideal entry angle for a basketball to go through the hoop is around 45 degrees? Curry nails this consistently, making his shot more likely to drop. Now, let's not forget about the follow-through. After the release, his shooting hand stays up as if he's holding a pose. This gooseneck follow-through is key for consistency. But there's more to it. Steph's lower body is just as important. His feet land slightly staggered, which helps him stay balanced and ready for the next play. And a fun fact, during his shot, Curry's vertical jump is anywhere between 14 and 20 inches. And this jump height helps him get a clear shot over defenders. So there you have it. The biomechanics behind the magic, from the kinetic chain to the wrist flip. Every part of his body is in sync, creating the perfect shot. So next time when you see Steph hit a three, just remember, it's not just his talent, it's biomechanics at its best. Well, we were already geeky earlier, so let's get a little nerdy. Ever wonder why Steph Curry's shots are so magical? It's all about physics, trajectory, and spin. First, let's talk about trajectory. Steph Curry's shot follow a beautiful parabolic path, which is key for making those long-range bombs. An optimal arc for a three-pointer is around 45 degrees, which we mentioned earlier. Steph consistently hits this angle, giving his shots a higher chance of dropping in. But why is 45 degrees so special? Again, this angle maximizes the ball's entry window, making it easier to score even when the shot isn't perfectly centered. Now, let's talk about the spin. Curry's wrist flick generates a backspin of about 600 revolutions per minute. That's right, RPM, just like a car engine. That backspin is crucial. It stabilizes the ball in flight, making it less likely to wobble and more likely to drop through the net. And a cool stat here, a shot with the optimal backspin can reduce the ball's speed up to 20% as it approaches the hoop, making it easier to control. And it's not just about slowing it down. The backspin also creates a higher bounce, giving the ball a better chance of bouncing in if it hits the rim. But there's more. The Magnus effect. Yeah, it sounds fancy. Is at play here. It's the same principle that makes a curveball curve in baseball. In simple terms, the spinning ball creates a difference in air pressure, giving it a little lift and keeping it on a stable path to the hoop. So there you have it. The physics behind the magic. Trajectory, backspin, and the Magnus effect. All working together to create the perfect shot. Next time you watch Steph drain a three, remember, again, it's not just his talent. We have some physics at play here. Okay, let's get inside Steph Curry's head. Shooting isn't just about mechanics, not just about physics. It's a mental game too. First up, focus. Curry's ability to tune out distractions is legendary. When he's locked in, it's like the world disappears around him. He's got this pre-shot routine, whether it's at the free throw line or beyond the arc. It's all about finding his rhythm and calming his mind. And let's not forget visualization. Before the ball even leaves his hand, I'm sure Steph has already pictured it going through the hoop. This mental imagery is a key part of preparation. A little known fact, Steph actually practices mindfulness and meditation. These techniques help him stay calm and focused even under immense pressure. Now, confidence. Steph Curry has this in spades. His belief in his shot is unwavering. Misses don't faze him. He just keeps shooting. In fact, Curry has to have one of the shortest memories in the NBA. Miss a few? No problem. He knows the next one's going in. And it's not just talk. His clutch stats back it up. In the final 5 minutes of close games, he shoots nearly 50% from beyond the arc, ice in his vein. Steph's also known for his positive self-talk. You'll often see him talking to himself during games, pumping himself up, staying in the zone, and let's not overlook his leadership. His confidence isn't just personal, it's contagious. Teammates feed off his energy and calm under pressure. So next time you see Steph Curry pull up from way downtown, remember, now we have not just his skills, the physics, it's his mental game, his focus, and his confidence. Steph Curry's mental game is as sharp as his shooting, and this is what makes him a true legend. Now guys, let's take a peek behind the curtain. Do you ever wonder what it takes to train like Steph Curry? Spoiler alert. It's intense. First up, ball handling. Steph's dribbling drills are stuff of legend. We're talking 2 two-ball dribbling, high-speed crossovers, relentless repetition. Here's another fun fact. Curry can dribble 2 basketballs while juggling tennis ball. That's some serious hand-eye coordination. Next, shooting drills. Steph doesn't just shoot from one spot. He moves around the court, simulating game conditions. It's all about getting those reps in. And we're not talking about a few shots here or there. We're talking about 500, 1,000 shots per practice, dedication. And let's talk about his infamous 5-spot shooting drill. Steph has to make 5 shots in a row from 5 different spots. Miss one, start all the way over. But it's not just about his shooting. Steph's conditioning is next level. From sprints to agility drills, he's building his endurance and his explosiveness. Steph Curry's vertical jump has increased about 6 inches entering the NBA, just thanks to his rigorous training. And Steph also has his strength training. Steph focuses on functional strength, exercises that improve his own court performance and reduce injury risk. And finally, recovery. Steph uses a mix of traditional methods and high-tech tools to keep his body in peak conditions. Think ice baths, massage guns, even cryotherapy. So, the next time you see Curry making those impossible shots, remember, it's the result of countless hours of hard work and dedication in the gym. Training like Steph Curry isn't for the faint of heart. But, hey, greatness never comes easy. Alright guys, let's talk about the Curry effect. The guy didn't just change the game, he redefined it. First up, the three-point revolution. Steph Curry, before Steph Curry, the three-pointer was a weapon. Now, it's a main course. Check this out. In 2012, teams averaged about 18 three-point attempts per game. By 2021, that number jumped to over 35. That's the Curry effect. But it's not just the NBA. College, high school, even pickup games at the park, everyone's jacking up three. And Steph's range also pushed the boundary. We're talking about 30, 35, even 40-footer becoming routine shot. And get this, he's made more three-pointers from 30 plus feet than entire teams have in a season. That's insane. But it's not just about the numbers, it's the way he plays. Steph's style, the dribbling, the quick release, the off-balance shots, he has become a template for young players. He's also a pioneer of positionless basketball. Point guard, shooting guard, doesn't really matter. Steph's game is all about versatility. Here's a cool fact. Since Curry's rise, the average height of NBA point guards has actually increased. Teams are looking for players who can shoot from anywhere. And let's not forget his influence off the court. Steph's success has inspired countless kids to believe they can make it, regardless of their size or background. Steph's also big on giving back. His foundation, Eat, Learn, Play, is dedicated to helping kids achieve their dreams on and off the court. So next time you see a deep three-pointer, remember, that's the Curry effect in action. He's not just playing the game, he's changing it. Steph Curry has redefined what's possible in basketball. And the best part, he's not done yet. So, what's next for the man who's done it all? Well, believe it or not, the story of Steph Curry is far from over. Steph's legacy isn't just about records or championships. It's about inspiring the next generation of players to dream big and work hard. From his foundation's work to his role as a mentor, Curry is all about giving back. He's helping kids achieve their potential both on and off the court. And let's not forget his influence on the game itself. The three-point revolution, the rise of the positionless player. It all has traces back to Steph. My last fun fact. Since Curry entered the league, the NBA has seen a 50% increase in three-point attempts. That's what you talk about when you say changing the game. But it's not all about the numbers. It's the joy he brings to the game, that infectious smile, the pre-game routines, the playful celebration. It's all part of Curry magic. And the best part, he's not done yet. Steph continues to evolve, adding new dimensions to his game and finding new ways to wow us all. So here's the Steph Curry, the game changer, the record breaker, the inspiration. The legacy continues, and we can't wait to see what's next. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the life and legacy of Steph Curry. Stay tuned, because the best is yet to come.